Good thing is for the 3, they're all written in one term. It's one fraction, so you don't have to do any of the rewrites. So that's, right side. Okay, so here we got to do numerator, denominator. Okay, so in terms of my numerator, it's really a 1, but that's really 1 x to the 0. So what's my degree?
1. Okay, what's your degree? 0.
0, very good. Yeah. What's my leading coefficient?
1.
1. Okay. All right, now the bottom, okay, most of you guys, as you get comfortable with it, you're not going to need to expand it, but let me expand it so that you guys buy into it. All right, my denominator is 2 binomials, so if I was to, expand it out, what am I doing? Minus 5x. Let me do the 4x first. Minus 5x minus 20. So I get x squared minus x minus 20. Okay, so if the denominator is x squared minus x minus 20, the leading term then is 1x squared, right? Yeah? Buy into it?
So we have to do the math.
Yeah, but yes, until you start mastering. If you have this mastered, you already know x is x squared. So no, by sight you already know it's 1 1. But I mean 1. It's 2 1. But if you don't know that, do the work. Verify it. Okay. Okay. So so in this case, my degree is what?
0 squared. 2.
Yes, very good. 2. And what's my leading coefficient? Yeah, right? Okay, so now if we go to that whole Bobo, which is that Bob 0, Bobo, okay, that goes if it's big on the bottom, meaning if my degree is bigger on the bottom, that's supposed to be a 0, that Bobo. So that means that my vertical asymptote is y equals 0. Okay, I never learned that. I learned if the numerator is less than the denominator of the degree, see how 0 is less than 2, then then your horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Sorry, I totally forgot my train of thought. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now let's do vertical asymptote. Your vertical asymptote is your denominator. Okay, so your VA, vertical asymptote, is based off your denominator. All right, so I have x plus 4, x minus 5. So you have to do the 0 product property and figure out where is it equal to 0. Because remember, rational functions, you cannot have the denominator equal to 0 because you can't divide. That's what an asymptote is. Well, that's what your vertical asymptotes are. They're your restrictions that you cannot divide by 0. So what would this be? What value of x would this make it? Negative 4, and then what's the other? Positive 5. And so these are your 2 asymptotes. You have 2 of them. So if I so if my vertical asymptotes are pink, and we'll go to Desmos, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, so you have 2 asymptotes. So you're going to have 3. You guys are now going to have to do a little bit more of, I'll let it go by, the XY table. Okay, because I'll show you guys on Desmos, because I'll stop it before we graph it. And then y equals 0. So your graphs are going to end up being here. It's going to be here, down here, and here. Because you really have 3 sections here. So here, here, and here is where they're going to be. Okay? So let me stop it so that the video's not too long. And then that way we could just take a break and get to picking the points. Yeah? It can't be that long, right? I can go that long. Or just keep going, yeah? All right, keep going. I guess in my head I talked a long time. Okay, so look. So now here's what you're doing. You're going to pick your points according to your vertical asymptotes, the pink. So I'm going to pick to the left. So if this is at -4, I'm going to pick -6 and -5. Okay, so that takes care of this section. All right, so what about this middle section? You might have to do a few more because it's not going to be a tight curve here. It's either going to do this little U down or this kind of like parabola here, or it can even go as a, oh no, it can't cross that. Never mind. So I'm going to pick, I'll pick -2, I'll pick 0, and I'm going to pick, what is that, 1, 2, I'll pick 3. And then over here, if this is at y = 5, I'm going to pick, oh, I'm kind of ran out of space, but. All right, so then I'll put a table over here. I'm going to pick 6 and 7. And it's quick. Oh, here's my calculator. I couldn't find it. All right, so get your calculator. They're on the table in the front. They're not in the little pockets. There's like 6 of them on that table in the front. -6 plus 4, -6 minus 5, right? Oh, you can't see it here. So I'm typing 1, x plus 4, x minus 5, but instead I'm plugging in the -6. Okay, and so I get, all right, that's like way small. Yeah, that's like, if I go, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm like right here. Oh well. Okay, if I -5, oopsie. 1/10 or 0.1. Oh wait. Let me just see another one. Let me go -10. Let's see what that does. Yeah, it's what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, I'm gonna do. I just want to see how close it's coming. Yeah, it's yeah, so okay, so it's here. It's just really tight, you guys. Okay, oh wait, I deleted it. -2 plus 4, -2 minus 5. Wait, what'd I do? Oh, I put 2 parentheses. I was like, why am I getting an error? Okay. -0.1. Okay, it's really tight, but it's kind of doing this. I'll show you guys on Desmos, but it's doing that. Bless you. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Alright, this one is super tight. Like, it is super close to the asymptotes. Here, let me type it on my phone. So, the video is still going, you guys. So, it might be close to like 10 minutes. Just, you guys told me to just keep going. Hold on a second. Y equals 1 divided by x plus 4, x minus 5. Yeah, it's so look, you guys have this going, but look, as far as this, right, so there it is, I typed it in. It's very, very flat. Its growth is, hold on. Yeah, the graph literally rides the asymptotes. If you guys look at your asymptotes, here, hold on. So I'm going to type in the asymptotes as 2 other lines. Hold on. Or 3 other lines. What is it? Y equals 0. X. Oops, no, that's times. X equal -4. And X equal 5? Positive 5, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so you can barely see it, but okay, so I typed in the asymptotes because you can see the coloring. And if I kind of expand, see how it's just riding the asymptotes? Like the points are just really, really tight. Like you can see the increments, it's at -2/10. Same, so you're dealing in the tenths is what you're, not even the point. Yeah, it's even, you're dealing in 25 thousandths is what you're dealing with. So that's what the graph looks like, but on your paper, it's like mine. Oh, did it lock? Oh no. We're looking at, yeah. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so the more vertical asymptotes that you have, then that means it starts cutting up the function, and now you can have 2 parts. Like yesterday, we only had 1 vertical asymptote, so we just had 2 functions, right, in 2 different sections. Here, you now have 2 asymptotes, so you have 3 sections to graph. So if there were to be a third, so if your denominator was a cubic function, right, and then the numerator had a degree 0, then you would have 3 asymptotes, and so now you have 4 sections to graph. So the way you build your table is off your vertical asymptotes, my peaks. Go to the left, go to the right, and then go to the left, go to the right, and then build your table.